We have breaking news from Royal Caribbean. They have just announced that their brand new cruise ship will be sailing in just 2 months. Stay tuned for more. Well, ahoy there, cruisers. Welcome to another episode of Cruise with Ben and David. I'm Ben. David's making a coffee. We've got a brand new Facebook group, so make sure you head over to the link in the description below to chat to other fellow cruisers, get advice, tips and hacks and things like that. Oh, thanks, David. Cheers.
Subscribe below.
So that breaking news from Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean will say Shalom Israel with Odyssey of the Seas in its debut. In a shock move, they announced today that their brand new ship, the Odyssey of the Seas, will first debut in Israel. And it's sooner than you would think. They plan to sail from May in just 2 months. So the 3 to 7 night itineraries will round trip from Haifa and will include visits to idyllic islands and destinations in the Mediterranean, including Rhodes, Santorini, Mykonos, Athens in Greece and Limassol in Cyprus. Haifa is Israel's third largest city. It's located in the northeast of the country on the Mediterranean Sea. It's going to be the biggest ever cruise ship to be based there. The cruises will be up for sale next Tuesday, the 9th of March. But, and it's a big but, only residents of Israel will be allowed to cruise. Oh damn, that means everybody else in the rest of the world won't be allowed to cruise on the brand new Odyssey of the Seas yet. Much like how the only Singaporean residents can sail on sister ship Quantum of the Seas over in Singapore. They've worked really closely with the government of Israel to make this happen. They've also worked with other countries such as Greece and Cyprus. They are all very happy with this, as it should offer a small boost in tourism. Greece in particular are very keen for cruise to start again, with the government saying it supports all the efforts for the resumption of cruising in Greece and the surrounding areas. Savas Perdios, the Deputy Minister of Tourism in Cyprus, said, "It's an honour to be featured in Royal Caribbean's itinerary this summer, and we are delighted to welcome their newest ship to our island." And that's not all. There's going to be some requirements to get on the cruise. All crew and passengers over the age of 16 must be fully vaccinated for COVID-19. And that's not going to be a problem in Israel. And it's a smart move for Royal Caribbean, as it's going to help them get some money back from those huge losses that we announced last week. So we're really not surprised. But they have still not announced if the vaccination will be required for the rest of the fleet sailing worldwide. That's something that hasn't happened yet. And because the rest of the world is so far behind countries like Israel in the vaccination rollout, we're not sure if it'll be a requirement until other countries catch up. Royal Caribbean has a younger demographic compared to some other cruise lines, so many of the guests who normally sail with them, many of them younger families, will not be offered the vaccination until later this year or even into next year. The decision for vaccinations seems in this case to have been led by the countries involved rather than a decision made by Royal Caribbean. So vaccinations may be made mandatory by countries rather than cruise lines, as something that must be done to allow them to sail in their waters. Michael Bailey, CEO of Royal Caribbean, said, "We are thrilled to debut Royal Caribbean cruises from Israel with our newest and most innovative ship, Odyssey of the Seas. Israeli travellers will be looking to get away, relax with total peace of mind and enjoy the travel experiences they are missing dearly." Oh gosh, we have to say that sounds great. Details of the additional health and safety measures to be implemented by Israel and Royal Caribbean are going to be announced at a later date. We haven't heard anything yet, but we still expect to see COVID tests maybe, mask wearing, social distancing and a reduced capacity on board, just to provide 100% safety. These cruises from Israel will depart until at least October. Unfortunately, this means for other European itineraries and the transatlantic on Odyssey of the Seas later in the year have been cancelled. So that really sucks if you've booked on one of those already. So residents of Israel will be the first guests to enjoy the amazing Odyssey of the Seas during its inaugural season. I, for one, am extremely jealous. Is anybody else feeling a little bit envious? If you didn't know, we've already had 2 cruises cancelled on Odyssey of the Seas. We're really looking forward to getting on board her. She looks like a fantastic ship, and it's the latest Quantum class ship in the fleet. She includes a brand new redesigned 2-level pool deck, a newly designed Seaplex, a VR trampoline, new restaurants and features all around the ship. She looks very different to the other Quantum class ships. On Saturday morning, Odyssey began her conveyance to complete her sea trials in Germany. She finally left the shipyard where she was being built in Papenburg, Germany, after multiple delays during the pandemic. She began her very slow journey down the Ems River in Germany, heading towards the North Sea, where she's going to complete those trials. Once she's completed all of these trials, she will be finally delivered to Royal Caribbean, already sparkly and new for her debut in Israel. So we think this is going to be the way forward for cruise lines such as Royal Caribbean. We wouldn't be surprised if we see Norwegian, Princess Cruises and other big cruise lines follow suit and do the same thing. The vaccination rollout in the UK and other places in the world is going well. Here in the UK, 1 in 3 people, or 20 million people, have already been vaccinated. That's fantastic. So we expect to see that a ship could be based here in the not too distant future with very similar rules from Israel. So just UK residents being able to do cruises to specific countries. By July, our government expects to have everybody over 18 offered a vaccination. So it's great news to see that another ship is coming back. Watch this space. We'll let you know as soon as we hear anything else about the rest of the world. But at the end of the day, we might not be able to cruise yet, but this is fantastic news. It's great to see another ship is going to be coming back to Israel, visiting countries around the Mediterranean, and we can't wait to get on Odyssey. We're so jealous that these people get to do it before us. It's like, this is our ship. We were looking forward to getting on board her, but hey, we'll just have to wait. It's going to be coming back soon. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We really appreciate it. We bring you all of the latest cruise news as soon as it happens, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below to keep updated with all of our latest episodes. And thank you so much to all of our patrons as well. We really appreciate it. We give you loads of extra episodes. We're just bringing you episodes from our trip to Singapore at the moment and behind the scenes footage. You can find out about becoming a patron in the description section below. And our captain of the week is Nobby. So ahoy there, Nobby. That's it till next time. Happy cruising.